I've been waiting for this moment. You ready? Let's go. Oh, definitely worth the wait. Incredible. Beautiful. Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Aidan, and in today's review we have an absolutely incredible sneaker to take a look at. A shoe that I'm sure everybody in the world seems to already have. This shoe has definitely been doing the rounds and everyone seems to have their pairs already. But this shoe is still very much new to me, and I'm honestly very excited to be getting into this one. So as you can see from the title, in today's review, we will be taking a close, detailed look at these somewhat newly released Nike Air Max 1 Chilli 2.0s. Now, I don't want to take up any more time blabbering in the intro, so with all things said, just sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So first things first, just like we always do, before we get into the shoes, let's just kick this off with the packaging. So with this one, like with all Air Max 1s, or at least the majority, we do just get your pretty standard red Nike sportswear box. We see this every single review, so again, I won't take up too much time looking at this one. Now, if we do take a quick look at the label, which reads, we do have the Nike Air Max 1 in the white university red colourway, and of course, as this is a personal pair, it is a UK size 9. Now, I definitely wasn't taking any time to actually leave them in the box. These shoes have been out of the box. They've been with me ever since I actually got them. So there's nothing in the box to actually take a look at. So it is just your pretty standard tissue paper in here. But we didn't come for the box. We didn't come for the packaging. So let's go ahead and get straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Nike Air Max 1 Chilli 2.0. A long-awaited debut on this channel, a shoe that I've been rabbiting on about for the longest time. I've mentioned it in top 10 videos, I've mentioned it in previous reviews. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been blabbering on there as well. And this has definitely been a shoe that's been on my radar ever since it was officially announced to be coming back. Now, because this is the Chilli 2.0s, of course there had to be a Chilli 1.0, and that shoe did officially debut all the way back in 2003. Now, of course, there are similar looking colorways, but none that really encapsulate that Chilli vibe. So as soon as I knew that these were coming back, I absolutely knew I had to add these to the personal collection.
Shut up and take my money!
I was recently at the Crep City event in Birmingham, and I did actually get to see the original Chilli 1.0, or just the original Chillis, from 2003. And they're actually available for only £50 in my size. Completely unwearable, completely minging looking, to be completely honest. They definitely seen better days. And I will be honest, I had to be talked out of it. I was very tempted to get it for a comparison, to be able to compare one shoe to the other. But in the end, I walked away from the table. I slightly regret it, I will be completely honest. I really would love to have that shoe right now. But unfortunately, I don't. So with that in mind, this isn't going to be a comparison. What I will say is that this isn't intended to be a one-to-one reissue of that original shoe anyway. So just like I do in all of my reviews, I'm going to treat this as a standalone sneaker. And in my review, I will be touching on everything that I personally feel like that you would need to know before deciding if this is something that's worthy of being added to your collection. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And for this one, we do see this very nice, clean and simple layout, being constructed of a mostly all white, black and grey combination with a really nice splash of red. In my humble opinion, it is the personification of sometimes less is more. More on that later. With that in mind, if we kick this off from the front of the shoe and we'll gradually work our way back. So at the base of the shoe, we do have your standard all white mesh material making up the toe box itself. And then wrapping around the toe box, we do have this black coloured felt-like material making up the mudguard itself. Now, this is actually the second time in just under a week that we've actually reviewed a shoe that does actually feature this felt-like material. At first, I kind of thought this was going to be suede or even nubuck, but I was definitely pleasantly surprised to say that this is actually felt. I mentioned it in the Fuchsia review, and for anyone who saw that, I don't really want to rehash the point, but there's something about it when it is felt, it just looks a little bit crisper, it just feels a little bit nicer, and even though it's not a more premium material, it's not something you would see on a designer sneaker in a lot of cases, for me at least, the overall quality of it is absolutely fine. You might hear some people saying that the quality of this shoe is subpar. I've heard a lot of people say it, but I'm yet to see it because the overall materials that I see are absolutely fine.
Lovely jubbly, so everyone's a winner, right?
So if we do get into a little bit more of those materials that we see throughout the rest of the shoe, on both the U-throat as well as in the quarter midfoot panel, we do see this really nice transition into these light grey colours. And again, just like we said with the mudguard, we do have more of that felt-like material. And then making up this midfoot Nike swoosh, we do see again more of that felt-like material, but this time with a very nice hit of this vibrant red, and that is the same on both the lateral and medial sides. We then see more of those very nice hues of red, also featured on the TPU eye stays on either side of the shoe. And then as we reach the ankle collar itself, making up the ankle collar, just like what we saw with the toe box, we do have this white mesh material, again making up the collar lining. As we then work our way onto the heel, the makeup is pretty much the same. So we have that black felt-like material around the mudguard. We then have that soft grey felt-like material in the middle. And then completing the look to the heel itself, we do have that black Nike Air branding. And this is where I'm going to have, not necessarily a complaint, but something that I personally would have liked to have changed on this shoe. I would have loved to see red on the Nike Air. It would have just added something a little bit different. Would have added a little bit more gloss to the shoe itself. But the fact that it's black means absolutely nothing to me. It's absolutely fine the way that it is. But if I was on the design team, this would have absolutely been red. So a lot of you people might disagree with me, and a lot of people might say I'm wrong and they might prefer it as it is. So in that case, it's probably why I'm not on the design team. But just for me personally, the red would have definitely gone a long way. And then if we do just quickly touch on the overall lacing situation, when it does come to the laces for this one, we do only actually get one set of laces, which are your flat white shoelaces. Now the laces that you get are absolutely fine. I did see somebody swap it out for red. I will be honest, I personally wouldn't do that. It was a little bit too on the nose for me. It's a little bit too much red. I think the little hues throughout the shoe are absolutely fine as they are. I mean, I know I just said I wanted more red on the heel, but bear with me, you know what I'm saying?
You serious?
And then beneath the laces themselves, we do have this white nylon tongue, is probably the best way to describe that. At the top of the tongue, we then have a white tongue tag, again featuring this really nice splash of red on that Nike Air Max branding. And if we then turn our attention onto the inside of the shoe, we do have a very nice change up, as we do have this black cotton sock liner making up the inside of the shoe itself. And as we then continue to work our way even further onto the inside of the shoe, we do just have your pretty standard all black insole. And again, we do see that very nice pop of red featured on that Nike Air branding. And then just to close that in terms of the details, as we do work our way down to the midsole, we do have a polyurethane material making up the midsole itself. And like with all Air Max 1s, we do see that visible air unit also featured towards the heel. One of the nicer details for me, and definitely something that I highly do appreciate, is that very nice splash of red that we actually do see in the air unit. Again, a very nice shake-up, because the last two pairs we reviewed didn't have anything on the air unit, and I personally felt like that was a little bit lacking. So to see that nice pop of red, again, just adds something a little bit different that I personally do highly appreciate. And as we then work our way onto the outsole of the shoe, we do have your classic Air Max 1 style of outsole with that waffle design. Now it has been done of that mostly all black and white colour combination, but on the white portions we do actually see a slight speckling, which again is only a small detail, but something that I definitely did really appreciate. Now, as far as the overall sizing is concerned for these, I went with my natural true to size fit, which for me is a UK size 9. That's what I do for all my Air Max 1 pickups, and that's what I'm going to suggest that you guys do as well. If you've never tried a pair before, fortunately enough, Air Max 1s are available at every single major retailer. So head down to any local retailer, try them out for yourself, and I do actually believe in certain places, specifically the US, these are actually sitting at a bunch of different retailers. So if you don't know your sizing, head down to the retailer, try them first to make sure you are getting the best sizing for you. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, so you guys can get out of here, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say, for me, they are definitely a very solid 9.5 out of 10. Now, I know that's going to come as a surprise to quite a lot of you guys, because a lot of the people that I actually spoke to before doing this review did actually tell me they weren't impressed with the materials, they weren't impressed with the shoe overall, and a lot of people were actually questioning why I like the shoe as much as I actually do. And to be completely honest, I honestly can't tell you why I like this shoe as much as I do. I think overall, it's the simple, clean layout of the shoe itself, the fact that it ties into that 2003 pair, which outside of Crep City, I know I'll never get my hands on ever again. So to be able to have this in the collection, it's a very wearable shoe. I can wear it with pretty much anything. And for me, It's just absolutely perfect. This is a Swiss Army knife of Air Max 1 colorways. It is just absolutely perfect. So a 9.5 is absolutely fine for me. But that's all I really have to say about it. I've rabbited on for long enough. I'd love to get your guys' take on it as well. So do let me know what you think of my rating. Let me know what you think of this shoe and any other thoughts. Do make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you do just have anything on your mind, anything whatsoever, again, leave all of that in the comment section down below. And just like I say in each and every one of my videos, for everyone that has stuck with us right the way to the end, I do just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one. Peace.